can.
All right, let's just jump into it. We got Who Got Beef? How you liking the game?
It's good, man. Very good, very good.
And we have, what?
Excited.
Exciting?
Yeah.
It is exciting. This is a game I've been waiting years for it to come out. I remember the first looks at E3 when we were out there, and we went into this little tiny booth, and they closed the doors, and I thought something terrible was going to happen to me, and instead the best thing in the world happened to me. I got my first look at Watch Dogs, and it was like, what is this game? What is happening? It's the greatest thing ever. And we hadn't met yet. And then now you came on to the TV show I'm on, and it was like perfect timing and kismet for this game's release that I've been waiting for, like I said, for years. Noam Jenkins, here he is. Also, you play Aiden.
I do play Aiden.
You're the fucking man. This is you.
He's the man, I'm the man behind the man.
Oh, you're the man behind the man. Let's talk about the game. What was the experience like, first and foremost? Is it your first game that you were acting in?
Absolutely, it was the first game. I didn't really know much about the gaming world. I didn't know much about the process of how a game is made. And I was completely overwhelmed by the amount of people and work and dedication and fine-tuned expertise that it takes to pull off a game. I was overwhelmed by the team I was working with.
As an actor, what were the things that were, sort of tremendous differences or things that were surprising to you as far as the formula goes, like the process?
It kind of felt like, because essentially everything's mocap, so we're shooting in a big gymnasium, for lack of a better word, painted green with 65 infrared cameras around. And it kind of felt like when you're acting at 6 years old in your basement. And
like
you're kind
all
of,
imagination.
all imagination. The props are like, they're like, this is a computer, and they're giving you like a cardboard box. And then they go, this is your gun, and it's a piece of wood, So it really requires a lot of imagination, and it's really about, the interaction, like in films, the interaction with your fellow acting partners. The only difference is everybody's wearing a scuba suit with balls on it.
I know, I've actually gone to Ubisoft Toronto and put on the fucking suit, and I'm sure that James will put an edit in where now I'm wearing the suit from my trip to Ubisoft, naturally.
I'm sure you
it's
looked
crazy.
awesome. I'm sure you looked awesome.
I mean, my junk looked pretty good, so that's all that I was worried about. I mean, that's as a dude, that's what you're worried about in the suit.
Actually, I heard your junk was doing.
Yeah, my junk. I have good junk.
Yeah.
My junk's like type O negative blood. It's universally accepted.
And then did you put on the helmet?
Did I put on the helmet? No, I just put on I had the wetsuit top, but I never put on the full helmet.
Yeah. So you haven't really done it until you put on the helmet.
Oh, I've really done it.
Yeah. Well, the helmet is so you got this cage and this helmet with a camera that sits about 4 or 5, I would say about a foot outside, away from your face.
Looking at you?
Looking at you.
And do you have dot face?
No.
You don't have dot face.
So then they get this sort of fisheye video of your face that then they animate. So what's weird?
That's not easy to act with. Yeah.
So that takes getting a little used to, and also.
And are you acting opposite people while wearing this fucking thing? Oh my god.
You're in front of someone like this.
So that's difficult.
It's a little weird. So any sort of smooching scenes or any kind of intimate scenes.
Yeah. Nothing going.
It's not happening. And the other downfall is these helmets. Apparently they bettered since we did it, but after about half an hour to an hour, you start getting a monster headache. They just drill in your head. They're painful. But
how long are your sessions? We do. In TV, we do 10 to 14 hours is a day.
Yeah.
Or somewhere in between. Usually 12-hour days. You know what I mean? So what is the day like on this?
9 to 5.
Really? It's a day job.
Day job.
That's not bad.
You go to the office.
That's actually really cool.
It is kind of cool, especially when you get to be someone like Aiden Pearce.
Tell me about Aiden Pearce. Let's get right into it.
What I found interesting about the character was it was someone who was deeply troubled with his life and what he's done in his life. And
sounds like me.
It does. Actually, I was playing you.
Sounds like, yeah, you're,
I was playing you. When
it's my memoirs.
Yeah. So it's finding that balance of someone who's kind of become essentially
Like jaded with everything.
and a badass, but trying to promote the idea of what is behind that and why he got like that, and maybe some understanding. And hopefully we got that across, and that the people playing the game can connect to the character. But he's a dark character for sure. He's a really dark character.
I mean, that's the way of the world nowadays, like everything interesting. You look at like Breaking Bad being a smash success. You look at what's on TV. We love these sort of dark characters nowadays.
Totally. And
the world is darkening.
And from my understanding, games are really trying to push the story element of games, you know? And
well, Ubisoft has been doing something unique, I find, which is using real world events lately and putting them into the game so that during the storytelling, it's immediately relatable. And I found that they're the only company that's really telling stories in that way. And I heard a rumor of them using sort of like the East Coast blackout that happened a while ago in this game.
They absolutely
as a part
did.
of the storyline.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And I mean, that's the next battlefield, right? Is cyber warfare, right? Like China, Russia, the U.S. They're gearing up, right? You can shut down a country.
Yeah.
Remotely. And so, absolutely, I think it's super timely that they chose this subject matter to base the story around. I think it's got an infinite amount of possibilities. I think it's global. I think the story can move around the world. I think the characters they developed are actually really interesting. And I think it's a good stepping stone for future games.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been waiting forever for this to come out. How was it playing with yourself, so to speak?
It's always good. I've only played the game.
Like, were you a gamer previously at all, or no?
No, I wasn't. So before, when I got this job, I was like, okay, I'm going to do a crash course, and I played a bunch of games. Got a sense of what was out there. I just wanted to know where the bar was in terms of, and how my aspect of the job, which is essentially the storytelling aspect, how that works, how the cinematics work. Do I care about the cinematics when I play the game? Because I hear that's a big concern sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know, people kind of, so really what we were trying to do is really trying to fuse the cinematics into the game, that it actually is rewarding to participate in the cinematics, so that it makes the gameplay more rewarding. Look, since man has walked the earth, story has always been a key element to how we understand the world around us.
Yeah.
And I really believe that games are really they're at the forefront of where story's going to go.
Absolutely. Well, it's like a choose your own. It's like, it's funny. There's a path that's been chosen for you, but you still feel like it's a choose your own adventure novel when you're playing this game.
Exactly.
And that's the unique thing about a video game nowadays, and it's only getting better.
It's only getting better, and it's good that you brought up choose your own adventure, which was the first idea. But I think eventually story is really going to open up where the traditional structure of story, where we go from a linear beginning, middle, and end, is going to have to change, because as the technology gets better and we enter into a more developed sensory experience, when we can get into full 5 sense virtual reality, like a holodeck situation, which I don't.
Or like some kind of weird porn thing. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, back to playing with myself.
Exactly.
You know, we're going to have to really understand what story is about, and how can we create story where you have active participants within your story, but still deliver the message of the story and have a cathartic moment and all those things.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty interesting where the world's at, and I think it's pretty interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said. I don't think I could say any more after that. You want to give me some spoilers? What happens?
I'm going to tell you everything that happens right now.
I hope we don't have a technical difficulty right now by accident. And the interview's over. Thank you, brother. Much love. We're at the Watch Dogs Toronto event. I hope that you're playing this game all around the world and with Noam Jenkins, and you're watching Console Creatures. let's get into some gaming and let's go drink and have fun. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we'll see you later.